We're going live. What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining myself and Genesita for this hour Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. Couple things I want you guys to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big subscribe button. I'm showing a lot of chest tonight. Press that big subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to mash that thing. So go ahead and mash it. Come on, flight attendant. Also, be sure to leave this video a thumbs up. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Also, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the various topics that we'll be discussing on tonight. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. Genesita, how goes it for you today?
I love doing that. That's fun. I feel so silly.
I love it when you do it, though, because it's so you. It's so you.
It is.
So a couple of quick announcements before we get started. I did release 2 videos on Tuesday, one for Married to Medicine, the most recent episode, as well as Housewives of Potomac. So be on the lookout for those videos. Please like and comment on those videos as well. Shout out to Lady Virgo, who already commented on both of those videos. And tomorrow I will be releasing a somewhat scathing review for this season of Survivor. Yes, I hated this season. This season was trash. Survivor 49 just ended yesterday. Congratulations to the winner. I had a feeling that she would make it to the merge. And once she got past that, I knew that she was going to win. But I'll get more into why I didn't like her, why I didn't like the majority, almost all of the people on this season. I did not like. Hey, Bianca. Oh, come on, hair. Yes, I love that. But yes, I'll be giving you guys my review on season 49 of Survivor. I'm so excited though for season 50 because a lot of my favorite survivors are going to be on this new All-Star season, and they haven't done an All-Star season, I think it's since season 31, I think it was. So be on the lookout for that. Bianca, how are you doing, my love? It's been a while since I've seen you, girl.
Yes, I'm okay.
Wonderful. Sounds great. So I'm going to start off with a topic that is not new whatsoever, but I've been meaning to talk about this for the longest, but it's always been on the end of my topics list because there were always bigger topics to discuss. So I want to discuss the divorce of Kandi and Todd. There is a lot of scuttlebutt about this. There are some people who are looking at Todd sideways, saying that Mama Joyce was right, that he was just using her, that the women who told her that he was an opportunist were right about him. For those of you who are not aware, he is seeking, I believe, full physical custody of both of their children, if I'm not mistaken. Some are alleging that he is going to be looking for some alimony to get, to get that paper. A lot of people are expecting that. Here's my thing. I always want to believe the best in people, and I don't want to believe that Todd just married Kandi because he felt like she would be a free meal ticket. I don't want to believe that. However, at this point, it's hard not to believe it. And then, on the other side, there are some folks who feel like, well, Kandi's always working. So, they would understand why he would want full custody of the kids because he would be more of an at-home parent. Whereas if Kandi has full custody of the kids, she's traveling to and fro. You know what I'm saying? She may not be in their lives as much as, I guess we would all say, a regular parent would. So me personally, I do feel bad for both of them. In a way, I sort of kind of hated that we did not see this unfold before our very eyes on a season of Housewives of Atlanta. I'm thinking this might be one of the reasons why Kandi did not return to the Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not sure. I'm just alleging. I'm just, things out there. But yeah, I'm just really sad about it. Bianca, what are your thoughts on this divorce? And what do you think were Todd's motives for getting with her? Do you agree with him being having sole custody of both of their kids? Do you think Kandi's going to give him any of her money? What are your thoughts on the whole situation? Because I'm really interested in what both of y'all have to say.
Money, 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 money. Money. It was the money. Todd saying that he want to, if the prenup is still in place, he want to review the prenup and say he signed it under duress. We
Mm,
saw you. You said, I'm not with you for your money. I'll sign it. I'll sign it. So, no, that man is with her for her money. I mean, he set it up perfectly. You got to look at it. He was
he
posting
did.
pictures throughout the years. He gave himself the title Daddy Daycare. Didn't nobody put that on him. He did it to himself. He was trying to set it up because he knew what he was going to do. When he felt like that prenup was up, he knew he was going to take off with it. The crazy part is, in the prenup, allegedly, anything that Kandi had before him is all hers. What they did together, that's what they can split. And unfortunately, most of the things that they did together have shut down. If y'all notice, all of the OLG shut down in Atlanta. The Blaze shut down. The only thing that he have is that tired new theater that costs $50 a ticket to showcase his movies that ain't nobody gonna go see. Because the only reason why people was fooling with him was Kandi in the first place. So, I think him
Yeah.
saying that he wanted the kids. I think he want the kids for
Right.
income, and he definitely want her to give him money, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Hmm.
Can't have a support system around her. She can have a traveling nanny if she wants to and take the kids with her. Look at Cardi B. She do it all the time. So Todd know he wrong, and I hope he don't get none of what he expecting.
Mm.
Absolutely. Genesita, what are your thoughts? I see that you agree with most, if not all, of what Bianca said.
Yeah, I'm in total 100% agreement with our friend Bianca. I it is all of it is very telling. You know, hindsight is
Mm,
always going to be 2020 when you put the stuff together and how he tried to build that whole daddy daycare thing. Like that thing right there, at the most, it would say that they would get joint custody, which would still mean that neither one of them gets child support from either one of them.
Right.
right.
And for him to have sole custody, I think is out of this world. No, absolutely not. Absolute sole custody. And it's not like she's gone for days, weeks, months at a time. No, this is like, and I'm not saying that I know that woman's schedule, but I can only imagine it'll be like, "Hey, I got to go this here for this full weekend, or I'm gonna be out here for this week, or if I'm going to be gone for more than a week or two, we're bringing the kids." And more than likely, he was with the kids while she was handling business. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
I can't see them. They'll be fine to have joint custody, in my opinion. Um,
Okay.
as far as the prenuptial agreement, we all should have saw something there.
Right. Because he was so hesitant to sign it for so long. Like he did not want to sign that thing.
And sometimes we want to think that people are doing things just for reality TV sake, just for the
Mm,
TV of it all. But
hmm.
it's apparent now that, yeah, no, that was no game, because the lawyer said there's nothing for him. And what's also crazy to me, I hate that we have to have a prenuptial agreement to protect you from them taking stuff that you had before you got into the marriage.
Right.
Why would you be privy to any of that? Why would
Right.
why would you be able to get any of that? That doesn't make any sense unto me. But thank God she did what she did to
Yes.
protect herself. We saw him sign it. And if you want to call "I'm not getting married to you unless you sign it" duress, that's not duress, son.
That's a proof of your love towards me and you marrying me for the right
No one had a
reasons.
gun to your head.
Right.
Right.
Oh, oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, no one did that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? No, there was no. We can all see there was no violence. There was just a
Hmm.
threat of not moving forward with a wedding. To be honest, I think he's kind of stupid, or maybe that's just a man thing. Where
Mm,
there are women that will stick in marriage that is loveless, sexless, but as long as the money is on full, the money cup is on full, they can sit there and stay there for the rest of their lives and live the lives that they want to live. have little secret situations over here, have little secret situations over there, and live life. He's stupid. He should have just stayed for all that, but him staying would have to mean that he'd have to do right. If he cared enough to respect her in the midst of all of whatever he might have been doing, because I bet you they were both doing whatever they wanted to do within the marriage, which I think is a pretty cool situation, which is all
Yeah.
right. But I think there's a point where respect flies out the window, and
Right.
you start to let you start to let the other person look crazy for still having you on their roster. For
I would
still
say
being,
if they were dipping out on their marriages, at least none of us, as you know, the general public, at least none of us knew of any of that happening, at least publicly. I don't remember any of those.
the streets have been talking, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I mean, as in like big, like huge
Oh,
stories. Oh,
all out
Todd
there.
cheated
Yeah.
on.
But
Right,
my
yeah, it wasn't common knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I know that there's definitely been rumors out there that they've been dipping and doing it, especially Todd. I've heard quite a bit of Todd possibly stepping out, but at least there was nothing huge enough to make a big story. So, a lot of times when I watch reality TV shows and things of that nature, especially competition shows, I'm always rooting for the men. But this time, like I can't because I've been watching Kandi all these years on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I know that she married Todd for love. I don't know if I ever saw the love in Todd's eyes for Kandi. Like just looking back on the many seasons that they've been on, yes, he's supported her. Yes, he's been her biggest fan, but like I don't know what their love story
That's
is.
all we've
That's
seen.
always my favorite question that Ayanda. Right.
told that
That's always been my favorite question that Iyanla Van Zandt asks couples that she's working with. What is your love story? And, I don't know if Kandi just went off of what the woman said in Africa. A lot of people are blaming Phaedra for introducing Todd to Kandi and saying that Phaedra might have had something to do with it.
Okay.
Who knows? I wouldn't put it past her personally, but might be putting 20 on 10.
it is because Kandi and
But
Todd, they
yeah,
had
those are my thoughts.
Go ahead, Bianca.
Kandi and Todd had
Oh, go ahead,
situations
Bianca.
with other people together. So he had the best of both worlds.
That's what I'm
Talk about.
saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's like y'all are doing your thing. You're living your life. You're living it extravagantly money wise and extravagantly socially wise, basically being able to have other people in the relationships and things of that nature and everything be cool. But
Mhm.
I like I said, I truly believe that there was a level of respect that was lost. There was a line more than likely that was crossed because it doesn't matter what kind of relationship you in, whether you guys are poly, whether you guys don't mind stepping out and all that stuff, there are lines that are able to be crossed within a relationship even like that.
Correct.
And something tells me that that was the case. I've heard so many freaking rumors. I don't know what is true. We'll find out eventually. I heard he even got somebody pregnant. I don't know. It's like I don't know what to believe at this point.
Wow.
But yeah,
Mhm.
but I know people are just putting things out just to be the first to have the scoop and stuff like that. But a lot of people lie as well. So I'll be patient. Really, what I'm waiting on is those the court stuff. I want to see
The court
the court
documents.
documents that outline what's been happening. But I thank God that Candy did what she was supposed to do to protect herself.
Mhm.
And all we can say is, wow, the streets that were talking to her mother was not wrong. And the reason why
Exactly.
I couldn't look too much at her as a formidable, well, it just seemed like she fussed and argued about everybody she got with. That's what it looked like to me. So when you see that a lot, it builds a different narrative in
Yeah.
your mind. But it sounds like she might have been right about all of them. And Candy and Candy's heart is a
Mhm.
little bit too, you know,
She know her
and
style.
she
Too
need
little too
to
open.
be listening to her mama. She need to be listening to her mama. Though her mother does benefit from her, she's also trying to
Right.
keep her from the foolishness.
Yeah. Because Mama Joyce
Absolutely.
had money.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Mm-hmm.
right. Go ahead, Bianca. Was that all you were gonna say?
Oh no, I was just saying Mama Joyce was very wealthy and she got Kandi to where Kandi was and then Kandi took off. So she was like, okay, it's your turn to take care of me now.
Right.
So I get it.
Exactly.
I love Joyce. She ain't nothing to play with and I love every bit of it.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
hope the best. And you know, that's another great thing about it though. The things that they built together crumbled. That should spiritually be something that tells you something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That should tell you something in the spiritual realm. Because
Yep.
the things, if you are operating on greatness and being true and being right and being, you know, straightforward, being good in this earth, you will have fruit. It will prosper. Anywho, Dustin says, hey y'all.
Hey,
Hey,
Dustin.
Tiffany.
Auntie Robin says, good evening. The day went by so quickly. I'm just now making dinner. Wow.
Oh,
Linguine
okay.
Alfredo
Come
with
on,
shrimp.
linguine Alfredo.
And yes, I make my own Alfredo sauce. None of that jarred stuff over here.
I
Okay,
know
because
that
that's the
right.
first thing I'd go to.
Justin says, I agree. Oh, Harley, I think it was for the money as well. Absolutely. For the
Mm.
money. Auntie Robin says, did y'all see last night's live with Mims at all? No, I don't be watching lives like that. They believe that the reason Candy shuttered all of their joint business ventures is because of the clause in their prenup that's only shares assets. To be honest, I don't think she's that kind of girl.
Mm.
I don't think she would have married him if she was that kind of girl.
Agreed. Because I truly
Yeah.
feel like Candy was in love with Todd. Like I truly think that her heart was with him. I truly think that she saw him as her forever. And you know, he played a good game. You know, he
Played good what?
played a good game.
And y'all know how Kandi is. Kandi don't let go of a grudge. When you
Right.
do her wrong, Kandi like, oh, I'm about to take you up through there.
I'm
And I
surprised
don't
she's
blame
gonna.
her. I don't
I,
blame her.
I'm surprised she's going to let him participate in the holiday festivities. You know, she said, even though I'm going through a divorce, you know, we still going to have them
Only for the kids.
there.
And they still got little kids
Or the
together.
kid, they got small ones.
They're little. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, Kandi Get Back is vicious. So I
absolutely.
could see that. And I don't
That is
blame
a
her for it.
possibility.
Let it go.
That is a possibility. Because, you know, of course, people like Candy can see writings on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I see where this is going. And, whew, okay, anywho. Accumulated jointly during the marriage. Yeah. She says Candy is set to appear on Broadway beginning next year. It's 6 days a week.
I can't remember what show it was. I saw her speaking about that, saying that her kids were going to be with her for the holidays. So yeah, because I think it's already started. To be honest, I think she's already on Broadway like right now.
Well, at least up there doing the practicing for.
Right. Probably she probably is practicing. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I hope the best. She's not my cup of tea, but I hope the best. Auntie Robin says, was he truly hesitant to sign or was it for the cameras? That's exactly what I was thinking. But I think there was true hesitancy because look at everything that he would not be a part of now that he's in the process of divorcing.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie Robin says, by the way, Todd is from my hood in the Bronx. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know he was from New York. I never really noticed an accent from him.
You remember he went up to New York when his mom passed?
During the show.
And the condo is in New York.
Okay. There were a couple of seasons of Housewives of Atlanta that I did not watch, and apparently I didn't watch that season.
It's apparent. It's apparent.
Yes.
Unveiled Vibration says, hey y'all.
Hey Tyrone. So there were quite a few unfortunate events that happened this week. There was a mass pew-pew-pewing in Australia. It was at the Australia Brandy Beach, where 11 people's lives were unfortunately taken. There was a brave person who unarmed one of the men who had the pew-pew-pew, put his life on the line. Like, Me personally, like I love like that's a different level of bravery that I could never see in myself because I cherish my life so much. And that's not to say that he didn't cherish his life, but that's just such bravery to save other people's lives, to try to take the pew 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 away from him, and he was able to do that. There was also another incident at Brown University this week where two people's lives were lost. The FBI said that they had someone in custody. However, that
Oh,
person has been released from custody. They are no longer being charged with any crime. But the biggest passing that happened this week,
wait, so they didn't find who did it, or
not that I know of. I just know that the man that they initially had in custody has been released.
ain't that something? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Um, but what the biggest loss that took place this week was Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle Singer Reiner, and their son Nick Reiner has been arrested for their deaths. And our president of the United States decided to say that he feels as though his passing was due to Trump delusion or Trump something of another nature having to do with Trump. There are many, many, many Republicans who came. Well, I won't say that many, but there were some significant Republicans who came out and said that they denounced what he said. To make someone else's passing about you is the biggest form of narcissism I have ever been exposed to in any way, shape, or form. To make someone else's passing about you when it had nothing to do with you whatsoever, like for you to literally think that, and I think that he honestly might think that. You know what I'm saying? There is a chance, at least in my mind, because I can't really speak on his entire mental health at this point, but he probably does believe a lot of the things that he does say, to the point to where he's just delusional. But it doesn't surprise me that he said something like that. Whoopi on The View was irate about him saying that because he was an actor, he was a director. He directed Whoopi in two movies. Ghost was one of them. I can't remember the name of the other movie that he directed Whoopi in, but she was very very upset with that, and so it's just another example of the fact that this whole world needs pew 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 control. In my opinion, I don't think that regular citizens have any use for those weapons. I just that's just my thing. I know people like hunting and things of that nature. That's a sport, and I'm sure that those people are very respectful with their weapons and things of that nature. But me personally, that's just what I think. I just think it's so sad that people's lives can be taken just randomly, just randomly. The pew pew pewing that happened in Australia happened at a Jewish type of gathering where they were celebrating the first day of Hanukkah. And so that was obviously an anti-Semitic type of incident that happened, and
Allegedly.
it's allegedly. And so it's so sad to me that we feel as though we have the right to take someone's life. Like that's just something that I will just never understand at all. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on these various tragedies? What Trump said about Rob Reiner, and just in general, all these things that are happening right now.
First of all, Tyrone says the hero in Australia was Muslim.
Wow,
Um,
wow, that's awesome.
but yeah, it's no one out here in these streets ever is going to rejoice in anybody's death. Um, so I think it's horrible what happened for any of that. It's sad. There's a lot of people that need help.
Mhm.
Um, and it's kind of it just makes me feel sad because a lot of political stuff, a lot of extreme believers of specific belief systems, feel that that's their only way out or their only way to correct anything. Is beyond me. I don't understand. Um, oh, thank you, Auntie Robin. Auntie Robin says, update: the authorities have identified who they believe to be the shooter at Brown.
Okay.
They also think he is responsible for the unaliving of the MIT professor.
Wow.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't know.
I'm not.
Um,
Not with
and
FBI. That's being led by Cash Patel of all people. I'm not surprised
that's
whatsoever,
exactly what
child.
I was thinking about too.
Okay.
Um, Auntie Robin said Trump derangement syndrome. That's what they refer
Derangement.
to it
Thank
as.
thank you for that, Auntie Robin.
What that whole part about the Trump derangement syndrome, they go off like a month earlier about
Charlie Kirk.
how people going off about CK
Hmm.
craziness, and now all of a sudden you can say whatever you want about the next person that
Right.
did not speak favorably about you. He spoke out a lot against what was going on with that administration. So um to turn this into somewhat of a happy moment, did you see the variety pictures that they had of the cabinet?
I did. They were terrible. I wonder how they got those pictures.
How a photographer went there and took the pictures.
They just took them, no makeup, no lighting, no nothing.
They all had makeup on top. I mean, Jonathan, that's your name.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, yeah. Some pictures don't have to be retouched.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
And ooh, child, that made my day. What you think about all this foolishness, Bianca?
Um, this is a bit touchy for me, so
Mm.
I'm keep it light. I can't stand a bully.
Come on.
And all I want to say is everything that people are saying, the people that did it, they need to get theirs back 100 times over.
Amen.
Hmm.
And that's all. That's it. That's all.
I
And
appreciate that,
personally,
Bianca.
I believe you know how a lot of times people get theirs and you don't exactly know what happens. I believe the retribution will be televised for some reason. I feel it. Like we'll know, like, oh,
And
well
and I
done.
would love to see it myself. I really would
And even
love to
move on and
see
moving
it.
forward.
Right. Any more comments before we move on, Jennifer? Gotcha. So, Trey Songz was arrested earlier this week for allegedly trashing a New York hookah lounge. Assault charge was added for allegedly punching a nightclub worker days prior. Um, this is not the first time that Trey Songz has been accused of doing something inappropriate with someone. I've also heard rumors of a possible surviving Trey Songz type of deal coming out. I don't know if that's actually in the works. I don't know if someone actually is putting that together. I'm thinking that that's just a rumor. I'm not expecting it to come out. But if it does, I would definitely be interested in watching it. But he has had plenty of assault cases, some type of assault cases. I won't say specifically. I can't say specifically on YouTube what type of assault cases, but he's had quite a few of them in his past. He's paid some of them off from time to time. Some of them have been dropped. So a lot of times when there's a pattern like that, there tends to be some truth to the accusation. A lot of times there seems to be truth to the accusation. And for me personally, that's something that I will never understand, especially with Trey Songz being as attractive as he is. I guess attraction does not mean anything when you have a mindset like that you can do whatever you want to whomever you like to do it to. You just have that privilege to be able to act any way you want to. You're Trey Songz. You're an R&B superstar. You're a heartthrob, and you don't like me. What do you mean you don't like me? And who knows where his mind is at? But he clearly doesn't seem to govern himself accordingly while he's out here in these streets. And for me, that's very sad because I've been a big fan of Trey Songz since his first album. I know a lot of people don't care for his singing. Me personally, I enjoy his music in general. Not his last couple of albums. I'd have to say his first and his third album are my favorite albums of all time, especially Ready Child. Oh my goodness, I can just play that from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And yeah, on repeat. I cannot tell you how many times Bianca and I sang "Be Where You Are" on our way down to Florida, like maybe 3, 4, possibly 5 times. Like that's our jam. So shout out to Trey Songz for his abilities and his talent. However, you have to understand who you are and whose you are, and no one needs to be acting this way. That no one has the right to act this way towards anyone. And doesn't matter how much money you have, how much power you have. And a lot of times that money and power gets into people's minds, a couple of people like that, and they feel as though they're untouchable. They have somewhat of a God complex. I know quite a few people who seemingly to me have a God complex, but I wasn't surprised to hear this news whatsoever. I saw the video of him being taken off in handcuffs. He was very upset. He had one of his handlers talking to him, talking about his arrest, saying, "You didn't read him his rights, and this is unfair," and all this type of stuff. But anyways, Bianca, were you surprised by this news of an arrest by Mr. Trey Songz? And what are your thoughts of his actions since we've known of him?
No, wasn't surprised at all. We've heard this about Trey Songz so many times, and I think he have a big ego, so that's one thing, and I think it's anger because when's the last time he made some music? Who can sing the last he made? Ain't nobody checking for him no more, and this is the reason why. You can be as fine as you want to be, but if you crazy, ain't nobody got time for you. Look at Mystical with his fine behind, but guess what? Something wrong.
Yeah.
You felt like you can do whatever you wanted to do. You felt like you could touch the bear. No. So I'm not surprised by it. And his behind needs to get what he needs to get as well. I'm sick of these people forcing themselves on folks, making people do things, hurting people. I'm just over it.
Absolutely.
I can't wait for the day that he runs into the right one. That's what I can't wait for.
Right. Exactly.
Because he apparently hasn't.
Obviously he hasn't, child.
Can't wait.
With him, I believe this is a nonstop situation. It's not going to stop. Unfortunately, when I think about him, I automatically think about Chris Brown. I said, well, at least we haven't heard of any violent relation-wise stuff. Violent relations, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
From females that didn't want it.
Right.
At least we haven't heard of that from Chris Brown, at the very least. Right. I know there has, he's kind of gone off, a few times. But as far as like with not Chris Brown, but Trey Songz, we have heard those kind of allegations. Yep. Mm-hmm. Personally, I don't care about he's getting arrested for punching people. I want to see him get his comeuppance for the things that he has done to women. I've heard so many stories with an S about the things that he have done. If he gets hemmed up for a different reason, thank God he gets hemmed up. But it's something's got to change. Something's got to stop. And I'm over here trying to think like, who's paying him? Where's his money coming from?
Right.
How is he still out there? Because it's like, I'm not saying he wasn't big, because at the height of his career, he still wasn't as big as a Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The height of his career, he still wasn't as big as. I put him in the same level as like Life Jennings and Jay Holiday and all them, just a little bit higher than Jay Holiday, I'll say.
A little bit higher, yeah.
Higher than Jay Holiday, he had too. But like, I don't understand. I don't know. But once again, I don't care about what he's done to get himself arrested recently. All I care about is that he get his comeuppance for what he's done to women previously.
Agreed.
That's what I feel. Unveil Vibration says Judgment Day is coming. And I know he's not even talking about, when Jesus come. He's talking about judgment for them people that need their comeuppance, that, is doing all their foolishness outside and out loud. And I think those same kind of things are coming for people like not Chris Brown, Trey Songz. See, Chris Brown's in my mouth because, I I go back and forth with thoughts on him. People want to keep him in this little thing, but the last times that he's gotten in trouble were for fights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying fights are not bad, but it's not as bad as domestic violence.
Right. Like me personally, there are a lot of people still hanging the whole Rihanna thing over Chris Brown's head. And my thing is like, Rihanna literally forgave him so long ago. They even got back together after.
That's what I'm saying. They got back together.
Like everything.
Everything. That birthday cake remix was the shit. Okay. The shit. Okay. So it's like Chris Brown is out here doing his thing, and I fully support him, although I haven't really been listening to his music all like that, because to me, personally, lately, his music has kind of sounded the same, at least in my opinion, but I haven't been listening to a whole variety, but he still makes great music. So he's still out here doing his thing, doing the Brown Bowl that he was doing earlier this year. Now. So shout out to Chris Brown. Amen. So you ladies may not be interested in this topic, but I just thought it was interesting. So Ray J is out here. It seems as though he's become a streamer himself, because I see him on videos all of the time. He was out in LA. Viaka got to take a sip on that.
Okay, you gotta do what you got to do to make money, I guess.
Right. Exactly. Even though, like, doesn't he have like some headphones that are supposed to be really popular that made him really, really rich? Like, I feel like he doesn't necessarily need to be doing this, but maybe he just wants to stay relevant. Anyways, so he was out and about earlier this week, and he was yelling, "Diddy took my butt. Diddy took my booty." Now he then later, what?
Oh, I just said I cannot.
At all.
Now he later came out and said he spoke to the young lady on the Breakfast Club. I can't remember what her name is. I know it's not just Hilarious, but the other woman.
The one that I don't like.
Okay, yeah, there you go. He told her that he was playing as though he was Lil Rel. Lil Rel was the producer in the Diddy documentary, who alleged that something might have happened to him without his knowledge while he was under the influence. He said that he woke up and he was a little out of it, a little sore here or there, and he wasn't sure what happened.
Man in his bed,
and Diddy laying right next to him, exactly. And then also Ray J had I think 2 other men on a live with him, and Columbus Short came out and said that they don't, that I'm guessing he's saying that people in the industry don't like him because he never let anyone take his vagina. And he sort of kind of got on Ray J for working with Chris Stokes. I don't know what Ray J and Chris Stokes are doing, don't know, don't care, but I understand why he might have said it, because Chris Stokes has been known to do just that. And allegedly. And thank you for that. And Columbus then went on to say, that's why I'm right here talking the real shit. I don't know what to say about Ray J. I will say, though, that he doesn't look like he has aged one bit. Like, to me, I don't know how Ray J is going to look when he gets into his 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, because he's always looked the same to me. But anyways, for you to go out into the middle of the street, record yourself saying that Diddy is taking your virginity, and then you come out and say, "Oh, I was just acting like I was Lil Rel." Even if that was the case, why would you make fun of someone else's trauma in that way? And because Lil Rel was clearly traumatized about that entire situation. Like, it took him a lot to even admit the fact that something was done to him without his knowledge. But Ray J seems to be doing anything for clout these days. And me personally, I can't put any respect on that. But once again, he might be doing it for the money dollar bills, dollar bills, y'all. So, but he just confuses me now. And I'm so glad that Brandy is not like speaking out, trying to, denounce him or anything of that nature, trying to say that, he's not her brother no more. And because she really could do that. Like, I wouldn't blame her if she did that. Like, I would not blame her at all. But, Brandy's out here doing her big thing on the Boy Is Mine tour, honey. That thing is, I did not expect for that tour to be so big. I really did not expect for that tour to be as big as it ended up being. But shout out to Brandy and Monica for that tour, because they are having special guests. Beyonce has been to multiple shows. Patti LaBelle performed Dilemma with Kelly Rowland. Trina came out with Kelly Rowland the other night to perform Here We Go Again. And Maya is clearly tearing up this goddamn stage, okay? So shout out to Maya. But anyways, back to Ray J. Jennifer, your thoughts on Ray J's various antics of late?
I'm gonna go with my husband here on this one. Whatever he said he did to Ray J, he did it. I believe that he was speaking for himself in that space and time and moment. You got to think about it like this as well. Personally, I believe, allegedly, whoever, possibly, I don't know. This is just my opinions. When you are a grown man and you're saying stuff like that out loud, and we don't know how often you are inebriated, whether it be the liquor, whether it be the drugs, who knows how much truth he's telling. So, yeah, I personally believe it, to be honest with you. I don't I don't take anything a person like that says lightly, especially he has the connections and all that stuff. Like, I believe I believe he's connected to a little bit too much, to be honest. Because he keep on popping up so many places with so many people.
Right.
Which is why I believe why Brandy doesn't really fool with him all that much, because he's not necessarily the goodest of looks. They want to make it at least look like they have a good relationship. But Jonathan, even if you were doing the Ray J antics, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't claim me?
Oh, you'd still be my brother, but I would make it clear, just as Brandy has.
You be saying my last name is McCullum, okay? and on top of that, I just be saying, like, yeah, I don't mess with none of that stuff that he got going on over here. And to be honest, she never even had to say it. It was Ray J himself. Yeah, she don't fool with me all that much, like the things that I've been doing, she doesn't really f with. I'm like, yeah. I actually saw him crying about it. Like, I don't know if it was like a podcast or something, but he was actually crying about that subject.
But these are his actions that created that divide.
Right.
I don't feel sorry for that boy. And that's exactly what he act like, a boy. And then be with y'all see the videos like with him and his current girlfriend?
I don't care.
He said in front of her, making the girl cry in front of us as he's streaming.
Oh no.
He said, basically talking about how he would rather be with Princess, basically degrading the girl in front of everybody.
What?
Them having conversations. Well, I thought we made it official. I thought we were together and all that stuff. Nah. Like he's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And something tells me he feels like he has to keep up this stuff to remain relevant.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
To be honest, like, he doesn't have to say the worst of the worst to be relevant. He's still Ray J brother. Excuse me, Ray J. Brandy brother. All he has to do is just continue to give his opinions on things. He doesn't have to act stupid himself to do all. But I think that's what he's been doing all his life, unfortunately. He's connected a little bit too much for my taste. Yes, Bianca.
I feel like, before you go, Bianca, I feel like he's looking for attention, because I think he grew up with Brandy being the star all of his life. And maybe he's just that person that just yearns for all of the attention. That's just an assumption that I'm making.
And just to lay a layer on top of it, I do blame Sonia. She should have put him in therapy. Both of them, both of them in therapy, like the wonderful Miss Knowles did for both of her children. All right.
Right. Go ahead, Bianca. What are your thoughts on Ray J's antics of late?
A little bit different.
Ooh, go.
I think that it's performative.
Mhm.
I feel like he acts this way so he can get certain things out without people hammering him over the head.
Because you know
So,
a lot.
yep. So the masses are like, oh, he's crazy. But no, he's really speaking his truth. I'm going to encourage y'all to try to get through his interview with Cam Newton. Cam
Okay.
was getting so frustrated, and Ray J was acting a whole fool and a half and babbling and babbling and babbling. But the stuff that he was saying, I'm like, I don't think that was a lie right there. I
Mm,
don't think that was a lie right there. But he played it off by jumping up and running around and acting crazy afterwards. And then
yeah.
he sit back down and he'll say some real deep stuff. And you be like, what? Say what he say? And then he'll jump up and do something or start moving his glasses around the table. I think that it's all in that. So he can get some stuff out, but people won't take him seriously, but he's serious.
Along the same lines of Orlando Brown.
Raven
Yes.
said the exact same thing
Because
about
I think
Orlando.
Orlando is hilarious, to be honest. And I believe the stuff that man be saying and some of the things on how he view life, y'all can say he crazy, but the man don't be lying when he
Right.
talk about some of the things and facts of life.
What
So
gave me further confirmation of that thought was hearing Raven Simone talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he be saying some stuff.
I saw that too. She called him an unhinged Cat Williams. That's what she called him, an unhinged Cat Williams. Which
On her podcast with her wife. Yeah. And you know, just to be clear, I don't care about interracial relationships. Her wife has shown herself to not be approved. That's all I got to say.
right.
I don't like her. But and apparently a lot of people don't like her. People are even saying like, why is she even there? Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Especially with interviews with people from, her acting past, and she over here trying to add to the conversation. Girl, you weren't there.
Right.
Anyway, moving on and moving forward. Basically, yes, she said that he is unhinged, but she basically said like he be saying some really true stuff. He's be speaking about some really true things, and I was like, that gave me just another level of that's exactly what I thought it was.
And all he has to say is that he has sex with Bow Wow to make everyone think he's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all, like he just throws crazy shit in the mix to kind of cover things up. Like I get it. Like it's a smart thing to do. It's a really smart thing to do. Jennifer, any other comments before we move forward?
Auntie Robin says it's not relevance that he seeks. He is attention seeking. Period.
Mm-hmm.
None of his behavior makes sense.
I agree with that.
I'm with Monica. Take Ray J phone. That's what Tyrone said. and I don't blame him. But it's like he's doing what he feels like he needs to do to remain relevant, in my opinion. And as far as just to make sure you know, friends, I do not like Cam Newton. I feel like there are a few screws that are not available.
Oh yeah.
It seems like that dislike has grown over time. Because I feel like you
keep on talking stupid.
Okay, I get it.
He really is. Like when he have a real man, a man of God, on his thing with him, he just made himself look stupid, and he wasn't open for anything, as if he was right about everything. Why even have conversations if you are just going to dismiss and just only listen to rebuttal?
Yeah.
Crazy. And that's why y'all should watch that interview with Ray J, because Ray J didn't give him the opportunity. Ray J called him out. Ray J told him what I don't want to speak on, and I'm not.
Wow.
I may actually watch it because I don't mind listening to Ray J, especially when he's lucid. So
it's great.
Right.
You hear me? Me and Caleb was like
the only part
laughing the whole time.
The only part of that interview that I remember seeing was him asking Ray J about his sexuality and that whole back and forth between them. Concerning that, and that's the only thing I remember from that interview. But I think I'm gonna go watch it because I'm sure it's entertaining. If anything, I know it's gonna be entertaining, child. Entertaining.
Anybody being difficult with Cam Newton, I'm good.
Baby, you gonna be on the floor.
Right. So I don't know if I want to talk about T.I. on Kirk Franklin's podcast or if I want to talk about Dr. Simone's argument with her sons concerning her taking care of their law school and buying them a car. So, what would you guys rather talk about?
I didn't see this.
Neither.
I might have something else. Hold up, hold up,
I
hold
didn't
up.
see Ti, but Dr. Simone's was deep to me.
Yeah, that's why I said neither. I know about both. And I think I got enough of Tyrone talking about it last night. But that whole Dr. Simone thing is deep. And
It's
I
very
hope
deep.
people are taking it for what it is. We could talk lightly about it.
Okay.
That's
So,
just a woman crying out, honey.
Come
right.
on.
So on the most recent episode of Married to Medicine, episode 3 of season 12, Dr. Simone sat down with her two sons and her husband Cecil. And her son Michael, if I'm not mistaken, is fully expecting for his mother to buy him a new car. He said that he's tired of driving the Jeep. He now drives a Tesla. And he's also expecting his mother to pay for his law school. He's graduated college, so he's got his undergrad and he wants to go to law school. And he's fully expecting for Dr. Simone and Cecil to pay for his law school. Dr. Simone says, well, actually, Michael's argument was there are so many white kids whose parents pay for everything and they become millionaires. And so I don't know why. I mean, if y'all got it, why can't y'all just give it to me? And so Dr. Simone then rebuttals with, it's my decision whether I'm going to take care of your law school tuition. And if I don't feel like doing it, I have the option to not do it. And a lot of people are getting on Cecil, who is Dr. Simone's husband, who is kind of siding with the two sons, Michael and his brother, concerning Dr. Simone paying for their tuition. He said, we're in the position to help him out, Dr. Simone. Well, he didn't call her Dr. Simone, but Simone, we're in the position to help him out. So, we can just help them out. And Dr. Simone was so alone in that scene. She had no allies in that argument whatsoever. And there are so many people who are on Dr. Simone's side with this. Me personally, I think Married to Medicine can do without Dr. Simone. I honestly don't know why she's still on the show. However, I think this is the best scene that I've ever seen Dr. Simone in. I completely understand both sides. I understand why Michael feels as though he's entitled to have his tuition paid for by his parents because that's what they've been doing all of his life. However, Dr. Simone is the breadwinner. I have no idea what Cecil does for work. Don't necessarily care. But but Dr. Simone has every right not to pay for Michael's tuition for law school. He's a grown man. She said, what I did was I got scholarships and I took out student loans. And so you can do the exact same thing. So I'm personally am more on Dr. Simone's side. However, I understand why Michael has the argument that he does because she literally said that he spent $60,000 on a credit card that she gave him. He spent $60,000 on a credit card that she gave him. So how else do you expect him to act when you're confronted with pay for my law school? Like, this ain't no surprise to me. So go ahead, Jennifer. What are your thoughts on this argument?
Is it okay if Bianca go first?
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead, Bianca.
I just wanted to correct one thing.
Okay.
When she grabbed the bank statements, this is a lot of things that ain't nobody saying. When she said she was about to go through the bank statements, she said in January you spent $60,000.
Wow.
That was in a month.
Wow.
A month.
Wow.
So that's why I was like, no, it was 60,000 for the year. No, that was in January, and then he got upset because he felt like she was exposing him a little bit.
Well, you shouldn't have did it then.
Right. And then you also have to think, I mean, which one of the kids dropped out of school for a year?
Was it the eldest?
Yeah, it was the eldest. It wasn't Michael. It was his brother.
So it's like, first of all, if nothing's wrong with your Jeep, you're going to keep driving that Jeep till the wheels fall off. You better
fall off.
You better be glad I got you that one because I didn't have to do that. And now you're talking about, oh, I'm tired of looking at it. That's so Cecil talking about we. Where is the we? What do you do? What are you contributing to this relationship, sir?
We speaking French now.
Right. We American. We not over there. Ain't no we in this. And for you not to have my back, I'm sick of all y'all. And I believe Dr. Simone when she was at that table and said she was ready to be divorced because they was about to get divorced a couple of seasons ago, and the show saved them. And now look at it now.
Right.
She's already paying for the roof over their head. She's already paid for their school, their undergrad. She's paying for their cars. I mean, my goodness, you a grown man. When you gonna get up and work and get it out the dirt? In the real world, people, if things ain't gonna come to you easy. Things are not gonna come to you easy. So just the same way these little YT kids got their parents paying for stuff, they also have something called privilege too. You don't have that. So you need to learn how to get it. At what point do you stop depending on your parents and learn how to figure it out for yourself? You're a man. Stop calling mommy. I wish my man would be calling his mom every time we needed something. Negative. That's unattractive. And had a girl sitting next to him on What Happened Live. That's unattractive. And if something happens to Simone, how your man gonna support you when his mommy ain't here to make money no more? That's insane to me. So she should have called this behind out. She should have called with the older brother. He wasn't doing that. He was just like, we ain't gonna even go there.
He was silent the entire time. He said nothing during that entire scene.
He's smart.
Right. But I do think Bianca that Dr. Simone wanted to put Michael on blast. Like I really think that she wanted to embarrass him on national TV. Maybe not embarrass him, but allow him to see himself on national TV to see the way that he's talking to his mother. I do think that she might have done that on purpose.
I don't think so. I think that a lot of people find Simone boring and feel like Simone's not bringing a lot of her real life to the screen. So she brought some real life.
Here you go.
She brought some real life. Y'all keep saying I'm boring. Y'all keep saying I ain't bringing real. So let me bring y'all the real. And then when she brought the real, the family don't like it. When she don't bring the real, the fans don't like it. The lady can't win for losing. And I'm not a fan of Dr. Simone at all.
But you can see.
Fair is fair. We got to call it how it is. We have to call it how it is.
Right.
That was messed up. And for him to do some stuff like that, that's beyond me. And for Cecil to back him, that means that you doing the same thing your son doing. Using your wife. Okay. Using your wife, allegedly.
And this is why I have to look. I like to look at the beginning of things. She wouldn't have had to have these conversations if I know as adults that have children that were children of parents that didn't have, and now you want to give everything to your child. But you have to remember the reason why you know these principles, the reason why you know these things is because they were a requirement. Right. If you're not making it a requirement for your child, why would I settle for this Jeep?
Right. Exactly. This is why I said I understand why Michael is saying what he's saying, because he's got it all his life. Go ahead, Jennifer.
I get it, but at what point she have to stop the book somewhere? Right. And asking for a Tesla is way too much. Like, sir, I'm tired of looking at it.
I totally agree with how she came at him.
Absolutely.
It's just that I'm thinking none of this would have had to happen if there were requirements set up from the beginning.
Right.
Because it's like there has to be a new conversation every time. There has to be a new conversation every movement. There has to be a new conversation. Like getting that apartment that she got for, the eldest during his time is like, no, you're gonna stay in this house. What do you mean? If you want an apartment, you're gonna get yourself one. Stay in here till you're 30.
Right.
Stay in here till you're 30. Because it's like when you are transitioning from being a child and going into an adult, having to pay your own bills and everything like that, I think it's always better if there is something to work towards. Those boys didn't have anything to work towards. They
Right.
were blessed with it. The only thing they had to work for are their grades, in my opinion.
Right.
The only thing they had, and that's what they did well, right? They were able to, you know what I'm saying?
Graduate,
Get the
right.
grades, graduate, and everything like that. But as far as the paying, even when it came from high school to college, right? Did we require, I need to see all of the applications for these scholarships. I need to see the applications for the, you know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, what are the requirements and the steps that we're putting in place to make sure that they understand, like, this doesn't come out of the thin air and I won't be here forever.
Right. And when she initially got them the apartment, she did say that one of them would be able to live there rent free for a year. I think the other one would be able to live there rent free for 2 years, but then afterwards they would have to start paying. I don't know if that afterwards ever came to be. I don't
And I
know if
bet you it never came.
I'm assuming that it didn't.
If it were me, and it's like, it's just another one of those things, having to show a child what the value of a dollar is. You're going to stay in this house and you're going to pay me to stay in my house. That's where I believe that should have started, because eventually you get to a place where I need, because as you can see, like, are they making money? Were they making money? So
I haven't heard of them.
So my thing is this: they, in my opinion, they needed to at the very least be paying some kind of rent to the parent while inside the house. If you want freedom, you'll pay higher rent in your own house, in your own place. Shoot, I'd even, we'd even work together to help you to get the down payment for your place, but you're going to be paying that rent every month. That's the blessing that I can give you.
Right.
But as far as, me giving this to you, especially, and they already live in a huge house.
I wouldn't necessarily consider it huge, but it is a bigger house than normal. I would say that. Okay. Dr. Simone does have the smallest house on that show, because I don't know if you've seen Quad's house and Toya's house. Toya's new house is a big baby, honey. Dr. Heavenly has a pretty big house as well. So yeah, but I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean, Jennifer, compared to others. Absolutely.
Tyrone says Cam Newton is an ignorant type of entertainment to watch. Yes, he is ignorant. I can't do him, not for too long, especially. Not a big fan either. I agree, Jennifer. Oh, with Cam Newton, yeah. That was Dustin, and Unveiled Vibration says 60K. Hell no to the no in a month. I wish my child no. And it's like, I say this, but I know it would never happen because I would put those things in place. No, not never. There'll be a fist to your chest if you think you're going to spend any more than $200 on something that we never talked about.
Right. Because he's in college.
Anyway, without
like he's in college. He already got a car. He ain't got no car payment. Like, what are you spending $60,000 on? Like, that's what I want to know. I need an itemized list.
It has to be more than. There's no way it's not more than food. You have to be traveling somewhere. You have to be getting some kind of gold, some kind of jewelry, something. It's no way. It's way more than food.
Yeah.
And then and that $60,000 in 1 month, that tells you that there's no parameters.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry I cut you off, Bianca.
And it also tells you that you're not checking. Go ahead, Bianca.
Right. No, I said that's insane. In 1 month, that's absolutely ridiculous. But what I can say is that now that she realized where she effed up, she putting her foot down
and helped them find out.
And I don't blame her. And I hope she stick with it. And again, I don't know about her and that Cecil, but that 1 month, $60K in 1 month, the card would have been snatched. And the teeth,
what card?
them big old teeth. His teeth would have been on the floor. He would have been picking them up, and you would have had to pay your own dentist to go get them fixed again.
I wouldn't even told him that I cut him off. I would have let that thing go decline. You need to seek embarrassment. You need embarrassment right now at this point. How much?
$60,000.
And again, on what?
Right.
On what? And it's like, I bet you it's like, on top of it is like, spending money on everybody else as well. Because down
Probably.
here in Atlanta, it's the land of the VIPs getting the section and stuff like that, and getting bottles for $2,000-$3,000 at a pop. Like, nah, nigga, I wish a child of mine would fist through the chest. I wish through the chest. I told my husband, haze my babies. That's what I told Tyrone. Haze them.
Come on.
Anyway,
5-point palm exploding arm technique. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know if that's from Kill Bill. The 5-point palm exploding arm technique.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
No, exploded heart technique.
Exploding heart technique. Yeah.
No, we ain't killing the babies now. Stop. Anyway, Mamir, hey, Mamir extraordinaire.
Hey, Mamir.
She says, "Hi everyone. As someone who feels extremely guilty, I can't pay for my kids' college. I don't really understand Dr. Simone, but I'm not judging either. She knows her son and has her reasons. I agree,
but she did pay. She paid for undergrad.
Right.
Now it's their time to do their own. She don't have to take care of every single thing. They're men. We're raising men here. No.
Right. Because at the end of the day, when is it going to stop? Like, something tells me if she continues paying, it ain't never going to stop at all.
Right.
And he's never going to make his millions that he talked about.
That he's white kids make it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because like all of the hobnobbing and all that stuff is happening now. What are you doing now to get towards those millions? Mm-hmm. Now. Mm-hmm. Are you doing as much as your dad?
I don't know how much his dad is doing, but okay. Point taken.
Auntie Robin says that boy's sense of entitlement is Simone and Cecil's fault. Yes. No way in hell you're gonna spend $60,000 of my money in a month. Did I spend that much?
Right.
That's what she said. I can't even retire.
Yeah.
But see, there's no way she hasn't seen this before, though.
Right. Like
that month of January, there's no way that's the first month he spent more than $20,000.
And that's what I said during my review. Like, where was all of this aggression? Like, the last couple years, the last couple of months, rather. Like, where was all of this back then? I don't think this is the first time they've had this conversation. I don't think this is the first time that they've had this conversation. But I guess it's kind of boiled over by now. Go ahead, Jennifer.
They'll keep doing it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Mama gonna yell," and then she gonna be over and she gonna do it anyway. Like he said on Westbrook Happy Live, he's driving that Tesla.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's had these same conversations over and over again. This is why Michael was quiet.
Right.
But you know what?
This is nothing new.
I think she got him that Tesla because once she saw the footage, she felt bad for making him look so bad. And she was like, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have did that to him on national TV," and gave it to him to smooth things over. That's why he came with her. When else have he came with her to watch What Happened Live?
And this is why Dr. Simone gonna be 80-year-old still looking at coochie.
Still looking at the snatch.
That's why she's still gonna be doing that. Because you, child. Unveiled Vibration said, "Tell him why you mad, Bianca."
Okay.
Auntie Robin says, "Yep, Bianca, Cecil has modeled behavior for these boys."
Yeah.
Child.
Oh, Miss Kim.
Hey, Miss Kim. She said, "I can't stand a broke man."
No, that's right.
I knew Miss Kim would have something to say about this subject. I was hoping that she would come. Thank you so much for being here, Miss Kim. Thanks to you, Auntie Robin, Mamir, and Tyrone for being here, and Dustin for being here as well.
Yes. Miss Kim says, "What does Cecil do?"
I heard Dr. Simone said a reunion or in a previous season that he works for a Fortune 500 company.
So he got
But
another job?
but that was like some years ago. So I don't know if that's still true. I don't know what he's doing now. They haven't spoken about his current
Because
employment
he used her
lately. So
$20,000 when he was jobless.
mhm.
Jobless. Did he get another job?
I don't know.
I'm
And he
sure he's
always
doing.
at
Go
the bar.
ahead, Beer.
I said he always at the house at the bar.
Always. Or always gathering the men together because, the men got to take off of work. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what he has to do, what plans he has to make. But,
Him
you know.
or Bigfoot.
I'm sure he's doing the same thing that his sons do.
Child. But what one quick question to Bianca. Bianca, do you think Toya is running her husband Eugene into the ground, him working as hard as he is? He's working real hard, honey. And a lot of people are saying Toya is just sitting in the backyard drinking a mimosa by the pool while her husband is working himself to death.
Her husband is the head of the household. What you allow to go down is what's gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
want to allow this woman to sit
Come
up
on.
here and do this and carry on,
Right.
then you ought to be worked into the ground. If you want to
Absolutely.
set some boundaries, you're the man of the house. If you're gonna set some boundaries, set some boundaries.
Yeah.
If he
'Cause
don't set no boundaries, F it.
they
Right.
could have
Spectrum.
worked towards the dream instead of stretching themselves to get the dream and lose the dream and get the dream and lose the dream and get.
Come on.
Right.
And then after so many times as a man, you think I'm finna sit up there and let that happen to me on national TV? Men have pride.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, what is going on here?
Solid
Yeah.
question.
But I think Eugene likes that. I think Eugene likes being the provider of his family. And well, he hasn't been, he hasn't been complaining about it, at least
He
not
not gonna let on
lately.
TV. Not
Who
with
can-
Toya.
Yeah, yeah.
but
He
let's
ain't
be
gonna be
real.
able to.
Yeah, a black man, a black professional man is not going to say, "Damn, I wish I didn't have to work so damn much." Yeah.
Or you saw the previews for the season ago, you know they're gonna get into a real heated argument. So perhaps that may be what it's about.
Who knows? Who knows? But I just wanted to get your opinion on that
But
because
yeah,
I have like Toya's growth as of late. Like she's not the same Toya that she was in season 1. So I have
correct.
been liking
I
Toya a lot more recently. But
same.
I just
I
wanted to
hope
get your
she's
opinion
bringing
on
in
that.
millions. That's all I can say.
Well, hopefully this spot that they finna get with Contessa, she'll be managing. Hopefully.
If Contessa and Dr. Scott can never get it up and running, because the last couple of episodes, they can't even agree on how much it's going to cost to finish the damn thing. But hey, it is what it is.
Ramira says, I think Dr. Simone will end up helping him financially. She just wanted to check his sense of entitlement. Here's the thing, though. Once, like we said earlier, there's no way this is the first time that they've had this conversation. And
Right.
you know what? Next month, he's going to run it up to 70,000. Let's see what happens.
Well,
Oh,
he
wait,
how much is
nothing.
a Tesla? How much is a
Nothing.
Tesla?
It can
Child,
be
too
up to
much.
70. And you know what's crazy? They don't have no resale value.
Wow.
The only way that you can resell it for something decent is if it's a popular one at the moment. Man. Auntie Robin says, I don't know. Sounds like she done raised 2 ain't S-word N-words. To be honest, Auntie Robin, I think it's 3.
Hey.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
Auntie Robin says, I have an idea to teach them the value of money. I'd give them a coin and a hammer. Then they'd have to bang on that coin to understand how to make that money stretch.
Come on, Miss Robin. I know that's right. We right here.
Okay, make it enough.
Okay, make it work, as Tim Gunn would say.
Mamera says, hello to Miss Kim. Hi, I think Cecil is a housewife. I mean, housemaker. Oops.
That might be his job title at this point, probably for the last couple of years, child.
Useless. But yeah, Tyrone says 60K is another car.
Okay.
In 1 month.
In 1 month.
Ooh, Miss Kim says Toya doesn't appreciate Eugene, and I certainly we've seen that a long time ago.
Agreed, Miss Kim. Agreed.
long time ago when she
The
said
way
they
she be
can't get bigger.
the way she be talking about, she had been talking about Eugene in seasons past. Like she don't appreciate that man. She really don't.
It
And I
made
really
I be wondering, does she like him?
exactly because she be
Even when she
disrespecting the out of him.
even when she talked about how they met. Oh, I was the popular one. He was a lame.
Mm,
And it's like, even if that were the truth, which I'm pretty sure it was, why can't you just dress it up? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
right.
He was with this group and I was with this group. You know, we were,
A little more popular, you know.
just a little. I won't even say that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because if you care, you want to. Okay, so we were at the same school. We were in two different groups, and he saw me, I saw him. It doesn't even have to be that. It doesn't even have to be. I'm here and he's here, and I came down here to come see him. It
Right.
doesn't have to be that way. If
I
you
agree.
know somebody, you'll stretch that story to make it look a little bit better for your man.
So like you
I,
was about to say, you stress that shit right on out.
but no,
I
I agree
would
because
if that
even
was
when I
me.
tell people how I won Mrs. Jonesboro, I was
Mhm.
like, no matter where the teacher moved me, because I was a talker, I talked to people. So no
Mhm.
matter where the teacher moved me, my mom was like, you might as well stop moving it and make her do something because she gonna talk to anybody, whatever she said. We ain't break it down to, I was the captain of the dance team, but I used to talk to the nerds. No, I just used to talk to everybody. Everybody was
Mhm.
a person to me.
I was real friendly, and I
So
talked to everybody.
yeah,
Treat people like humans.
Yes.
But yeah, she don't care. She don't like that man for real.
She don't.
Um, she's just happy at because if she was with the Cecil,
Honey, she would have dropped him long time ago. Long time ago. I need somebody to take care of me so I can keep making more parties to celebrate the fact that got a new burger bag.
yay! Miss Kim says I never see her cater to him exactly. It's
Ever.
always a take.
Ever. Ever. Oof.
Child. Auntie Robert says, I love how Joe Nathan leans into the camera. I usually lean into the camera at the same time.
Yes, Auntie Robin. We here, girl. We right here, honey. Yes.
Child.
Let's go ahead and get out of here, y'all, because we are almost 20 minutes over our time, honey.
Our
Bianca,
bad.
why don't you? Well, it's my fault because I gave you guys an option. That's what you wanted to talk about. And I had a feeling that the Dr. Simone conversation will go on a little long. So it is what it is. Anyways, Bianca, share with the people your social media contacts real quick.
it is Bianca Edwards on everything.
Genesita, your turn.
Okay, if I can find it. Where is this? Let me turn this off because now we don't have to worry about that. My name is Jennifer. I am Prophetic Fire Reiki. You can find me on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 8 p.m. You can find me at TikTok, Prophetic Fire Reiki, as well.
Awesome. Make sure you guys join us every Saturday at 10-ish a.m. for Faithful Warrior Ministries. We do a little bit of devotional as well as prayer. We come together as a family to just magnify the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, y'all, and get a little chit chat in there as well. So join us on Saturdays, every single Saturday on Faithful Warrior Ministries. You can find us on YouTube, 10-ish a.m. every single Saturday. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $JonathanLee07. That's $JONATHANLEE07. Thank you to everyone in the comments. I really, really appreciated it. I didn't know this episode was going to be so good. So thank you guys for making this show what it is. Thank you, Jennifer and Bianca, for joining me. I had a lovely time with both of you. And this is the reason why I look forward to every single Thursday, because we get to talk our shit. Be sure to join me on Monday for my 90-Day Fiance Before the 90-Day Review with Dustin Butler, as well as being on the lookout for my season 49 Survivor review tomorrow. That should be up by the end of the day tomorrow. Jennifer, go ahead with that comment.
Auntie Robin says, good night.
Good night,
And
Auntie Robin.
she also says, Genesita, on Monday, we need to talk about how you're spending your days. We'll talk.
We will.
In bliss, joy. Dustin says, have a good night. Love you.
Love you too, Dustin.
And Mamera says Eugene is is commuting hours to work every day. I wonder if this is his first step, of leaving her. Soon he'll get a condo where he works. Then he'll stop coming home on weekends. I see it happening. We're gonna look out for it. And Mimir, we're gonna tell you right as soon as we see it, girl.
I don't want to pray for that to be the case.
But it's certainly possible. I'm sorry.
But I would not blame him at all. Because it seems like Toya doesn't appreciate that man. Does not appreciate. I mean, for her to say on national TV that one of her things that she was disappointed about marriage is that it doesn't get bigger. Like to say that on national TV about your husband, like that's disrespect on another level. And then you get mad at Quad for calling Eugene Eugenia. Like you treat him like his name is Eugenia, Toya. Anyways, we getting over on this. I love y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all. Jennifer, get us out of here because I ain't got the button on me. Bye, y'all.